Jay, I'm back with your favorite topic, men and women. So I saw a clip on Instagram. A gentleman, I guess he looked like he was being interviewed on a podcast or a guest on a podcast, and he was talking about what women think men are pressuring women to do, like BBLs, designer handbags, or etc. That women are actually doing that to themselves because we're living in a state of comparison against each other. So what do you think about that thought, that sentiment, and then do you share the same?
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of women are delusional. I think that men and women don't really be pressuring either to be anything for the most part, especially appearance wise. But I know that there's a whole lot more pressure on guys to have like money and things like that. And that's always been the case. You gotta think. I mean, I was born in the beginning of the 80s. So we got the nothing going on but the rent. Gotta have a job if you want to be with me. And then you ran into no scrubs to can you pay my bills? This has been all, this is what it's been about. But it was never a mandate of how a woman looked. Yes, men might have their privilege, their preferences, what they look at, drool over, whatever. But when they, it's truly a true statement, mostly with men, sometimes with women too, that you fall in love with who you fall in love with. You know what I'm saying? Now, again, I'm not saying all the time, because the truth of the matter is men have their pick until we don't. Women always have a pick for the most part. And I mean, you don't have to have a BBL to have a pick. You don't have to do any of that. And especially for people who look like me, or look like us, we already know once 2-3 babies come, for the most part, the sisters ain't getting up and going and walk around the mall and go do yoga regularly to lose that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, I got my man, and he chilling because he done got the gut on too. You know what I mean? They both were slim and trim when they got together. Now, it's a special thing if they can get that back together, but it's nobody leaving nobody because they haven't. That's not the case. So it's all a big thing of delusion. I think social media is just, very devilish when it comes to that. And you really get yourself caught up in thinking that you living in reality. I mean, it'd be people that I talked to for like 3 years straight, and you would think that you saw this person as much as you might talk to them on social media, but you realize 3-4 years went by, you never even saw this person never saw them in person. But social media would have you like that time would be flying by, and that's scary. So so you really think you're impressing him or her or these people you don't even see. You ain't even around. You ain't even going out the house. You got new clothes. You got new BBL. You ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just the craziest shit ever. I mean, it's got to the point where dudes are doing stuff to compete with other dudes and for dudes to see them, and women are definitely doing shit for other women to see them and competing against the other ones, because again, it's a woman and a man out there for everybody, and sometimes it's 2 or 3 or 4 of them out there for everybody. I'm talking about no matter what you look like, no matter what you smell like, no matter what your bank account type is somebody out there for you. I'll give you an example. Is somebody in an urban area or suburban area folding up a fiend right now? Folding her up. A crackhead, a meth head. Like, and somebody's with a meth head dude and giving it to him like they love him. So it is what it is. We just getting caught up in trying to keep up with what's going on social media, and it's real sad. It's like, as I say, it's always a lottery ticket thing. See, this sister said that this person bought her 8 bags and all this, and I got Birkin bags. Well, look, we all know that can't be true, or it ain't gonna be true for everybody. So maybe she did get it. Okay, salute. But you got it on a wait list, and you got to be in a special situation to even get a Birkin bag. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just can't walk in Hermes and buy a Birkin bag. So newsflash, so stop. Everybody ain't got no damn Birkin. And now you can go beg, borrow, or steal, or any of these other sites, and now you getting paid. You got to pay $10,000, $5,000 over market value. Well, if the numbers are true that the majority of Americans, over 60% of Americans, don't have $1,000 put to the side, then it's a small amount of people that got $25,000 lying around just to buy a bag and still go ahead and function. So if you putting yourself out in that pool trying to find them, then good luck. Because you're not gonna, either you're gonna find them and have to share them, or you probably ain't gonna find them. I like to deal with reality, and that's the reality of the situation.